Hey, welcome back, guys. How about that episode? Power Book 2's 7th installment was one for the books and really raised the stakes going into our final 3 offerings. So much occurred this week, with the few missing characters from weeks past making their return, emphatically so. I'm here to break it all down for you in typical Top 10 WTF fashion. So fasten your seatbelts, because this is going to be a bumpy ride. Before we begin, be sure to hit the like button, subscribe, and bell notification to immediately receive these videos. Also, big thank you to all of my channel donors. If you'd like to be the next one, drop $1 on that Cash App for us. Here we go. WTF moment number 10, Treasures in Heaven. Cain, Guap, and an unnamed third accomplice rob a local church following a fruitful service. The trio break in, guns drawn, with nothing but earthly treasures in their sights. They assault the parishioners, and Guap even accidentally sprays the third henchman in an attempt to hit a runaway church official. The robbery signals Cain's further removal from the Tejada's rigid structure. WTF moment number 9, Fellowship of the Reek. During Tariq's class, the professors named the semi-finalists for the fellowship program, an avenue that allows the winner an early exit option from the university. We know this is vital to Tariq as he's trying to inherit Ghost's fortune and subsequently care for his family. When the finalists are called, Tariq finds himself the odd man out. Ashley, Richard, Lauren, Timothy, and Bruce Chandria are chosen ahead of our series lead, much to his dismay. WTF moment number 8, Uninvited Guest. Jabari Kelly randomly pops up on Carrie unannounced, following a heavy cheek-clapping session between her and Zeke. He starts babbling about the usual ebbs and flows of their relationship, while inquiring why she's turned cold to his advances. He then hears the shower running and sees empty condom wrappers on her dresser, further inciting suspicion and rage within the beleaguered professor that his former boo is having an affair with the student, Tariq in particular. WTF moment number 7, That Fuck Nigga Malcolm 2.0. Tariq and Lauren partner up for their 48 Laws of Power index card assignment during class. Afterwards, Reek jokingly plays keep away with Lauren's things, and she jumps on him right after one of the Sex Week mascots tosses a pile of condoms in her room. Playing with Tariq, and in a compromising position nonetheless, a stunned Malcolm walks through the door and begins taking pictures of the ordeal on his phone as punishment. He and Tariq then get into a verbal spat, with Tariq threatening to hurt the nigga if Lauren didn't get him. Malcolm then tried the high and mighty "come on my brother" approach, but was labeled a nigga one last time upon Tariq's exit. It was dope to see Tariq go full Ghost on the dude. That parting look and disposition was Ghost 101, and Tariq's literally just stunting like his daddy at this point. Lauren then dumped Malcolm, completing his worst day ever. And please believe, if Lauren Baldwin leaves you, that is your worst day ever, nigga. WTF moment number 6, Gotcha, bitch. Tariq sees Riley while out in the city and chooses to follow her clandestinely. She was apparently on her way to court for the previously mentioned marijuana offense and awaiting her legal counsel. She declares her lawyer's true standing as her uncle, all within earshot of Tariq, who's secretly attending her trial unbeknownst to her. It's here where Tariq discovers Riley's true Fed ties and the potential danger that could cause to his partner in crime and organization at large. WTF moment number 5, Jabari Kelly strikes back. Jabari requests a meeting with Tariq, wrongfully assuming that he's the new clapper of Carrie's cheeks. He presses his understudy on his whereabouts in a fishing expedition, but to no avail. He then offers Reek a second chance at the fellowship program, requiring a special assignment in return. The exclusive essay is really just a ploy for Jabari to milk more brilliance from Tariq's literary gifted brain, in hopes of gaining another bestseller on the other end of this plagiarist tunnel. Jabari really is a sucker for trying to finesse a book out of Tariq and being jealous of an 18-year-old's influence on his lovely muse, but it was good to have him back this week. That nigga's as hilarious as he is pathetic. WTF moment number 4, There's a Paz in the Punch Bowl. Paz Valdez is approached by Sachs to testify in Tasha's case in an attempt to appease Stephen Ott and the Democratic Party. He tells Paz that all she has to do is say that she has no knowledge of Tasha murdering the Ghost Man. However, upon gaining the stand, with pressure from Stephen Ott directly placed upon him, Sachs flips the script and manipulates Paz into making Tasha seem like the true culprit behind Angela's death and a shot caller as opposed to an underling. Thankfully, McLean saves the day for Tasha by flipping Paz's testimony into a negative, but the damage was done, enough for Ott's suspicions to be relieved and Saxe to live another legal day. For now, anyway. WTF moment number 3. I'm Monet Tejada. Monet is forced to handle the re-up exchange without Kane, who was scheduled to attend but was picked up for the church hit unbeknownst to her. DC Joe, sensing weakness due to Monet's lack of muscle, attempts to finesse her into taking more than what she needs. The matriarch declares that this ain't no negotiation and that I'm Monet Tejada, understanding the weight that latter portion holds. Joe attempts to kill Monet upon the refusal, attacking her with a box cutter. Tariq intervenes on Monet's behalf, giving her just enough time to shoot the out-of-pocket distro. She then administers the kill shot while standing over him, matching that badass sequence we saw from the official second half trailer. Tariq then offers assistance with removal of the body, an arc-building scene for our series lead, as well as a reminder of Drew's capabilities in street business, in case you forgot due to his recent focus on Everett. WTF moment number 2, the breakup. Brayden confronts Riley and breaks things off with her after Tariq hips his partner to her attempt to come on to him during his birthday festivities in episode 5. Riley denies the accusation, deeming Tariq a liar. However, Brayden's run-in with Trace and subsequent confirmation sealed her fate as his now ex-girlfriend. Riley truthfully revealed Trace's attempt to smash, but an emotional Brayden wasn't having it. And you can't love someone if you don't tell them the truth, right? Outside of Tariq and Trace's deceptions, Riley only has herself to blame. Her ambitions regarding her Uncle Nancy backfired on her in this instance, and I'm glad those actions came with real repercussions for Riley. It's going to be interesting to see where things go from here with her character. She's still on the chopping block from where this commentator is sitting, but y'all let me know your thoughts on this ordeal in the comments. And WTF moment number 1, a professor and a student. Carrie collects the index cards from her students, each card consisting of a different flavored fruit. Tariq's card, on the other hand, stated, a professor at Stansfield is sleeping with the student. Carrie later beckons Jabari to her office, and the two have a heated exchange. Jabari formally accuses her of sleeping with Tariq, but Carrie flips the script, opting to use the card as an admission of guilt from the Jabari and Melissa late-night session, which garnered him his infamous last name from this commentator. Carrie subsequently threatens Jabari with turning the card into the administration if he doesn't keep his distance and stay out of her business. She really put Jabari in checkmate with this move. Things aren't looking up for him, but they sure as hell are for me. Me and the guys got a bet on whether he lives or dies, and he's still in the running on my death predictions list. So here's hoping. Some lingering thoughts before we end today's video. The theme of this episode was power manipulation, and highlighted by Robert Greene's The 48 Laws of Power. The book is a classic collection of observances of power used beneficially and transgressions of power used detrimentally. We saw both in episode 7, Tariq using the former to benefit himself in the Brayden-Riley-Trace fiasco, and Jabari only hurting his cause further in the Carrie-Zeke-Tariq blunder. The way Tariq chose to go about getting Riley removed was textbook Ghostman. Remember, Ghost infamously never put all of the cards on the table, instead opting to control all outcomes by controlling the information. This was mostly due to his underworld instincts, something I've outlined in abundance on this channel if you've been following me for a while. Tariq has followed suit in this regard. He could have easily told Brayden that his girl was the feds and a danger to their business, but that would go against his very essence as the Ghostman's prodigy. It would also circumvent the usage of power laws altogether, which are rooted in manipulation. Kane's story did evolve 1 week removed from his fallout with Monet. The robbery was wild, but Diana was his saving grace, proving to be his most trusted family member. That'll last, so long as her relationship with Tariq doesn't, because the heat is on between Reek and Kane if the episode 8 teaser is any indication, something I'll break down in depth in the next video. Kane seemed to be on the reconciliation train before getting picked up for that botched church robbery. Had he come through for his mother during the re-up, I'm certain the gesture would have went a long way. Kane went as far as to offer violent recompense to his mother's offenders, only being further incensed and pushed away by Tariq's involvement. Kane once stated back in 103 that you gotta make sure everybody in the kingdom feels the love, and right now, he's feeling more withdrawn than ever. His alliance with Ramirez could prove detrimental to Tariq's interests, because to have the streets on your ass is one thing, but 12-2? Man, y'all pray for Little Ghost. These final 3 episodes about to make a man out of him. One interesting plot hole though. Cain revealed to Ramirez that Monet was working with Tariq. But didn't Ramirez know this already? Monet was on the phone with Tariq in Ramirez's presence in the last episode, following his return of the Westons to Stansfield. Just something I observed. Y'all let me know what you make of this. It was interesting during Drew and Tariq's scene that the latter would allow Drew to believe that he's never shot anyone. This indicates that Tariq really doesn't want the Tejadas to know his true capabilities in case he has to use them for his defense later. The more harmless they believe he is, the greater they'll be surprised in the case of a potential conflict. This is also Ghostman 101. For someone Tariq claimed to hate, he damn sure is moving like him. It's almost as if Ghost is spiritually guiding his son from the grave. I'm still holding out hope for those flashback nightmares too. No way you kill your father among all your other newfound pressures and still sleep peacefully at night. Make it happen, Power Brass. It was nice to see Sebastian Stern after a 3-episode layoff. He was talking to Tariq kind of different given the lapse in productivity, but I'm glad Tariq held his own, almost reminiscent of his father and the original Stern sparring throughout Book 1. Jabari Kelly turned simp immortal this week. It's just killing him that Carrie has moved on, and I can see him doing something that will neutralize his career and possibly his life, especially if he harms Zeke in any way once he discovers the truth. There will be hell to pay, and Monet is the piper. I'm not gonna lie, when Malcolm confronted Tariq and told Lauren that, quote, men are talking, that was the funniest shit ever, and almost made him redeemable. Y'all know I can't stand the dude, but when you about to lose something that fine, go out swinging, my nigga. There was much talk about an infamous Q party, and it would have been nice to get some peeks at that event. Granted, Tariq was in no position to attend following the Tejada re-up debacle and fallout with Lauren, but a few shots at such a hyped event would have satiated the audience following its build-up. Tariq still hasn't clapped Lauren's cheeks yet, but with 3 episodes remaining, anything's possible, right? I'm rooting for you, my nigga. No, really. Speaking of Tariq's women, I told y'all last week that Diana is his future Mrs. St. Patrick. If Tariq chooses the drug game like his father before him, then he's gonna require a ride or die, and Diana would be an exemplary trap queen. Lastly, Saxe and McLean's alliance is floundering, mostly due to Stephen Knott and pressures from the DNC. It was mighty hilarious though when Davis stormed into Saxe's office and Saxe jumped behind that desk like a little bitch. Takao was coming to bring the pain, Power Book 2 style. Things aren't looking good for Epiphany though. It's a shame too. I actually like her character a lot. She's got a lot of charm. But we shall see though. Thank you for watching today's video. How do you think these events in episode 7 will play out in our remaining 3 episodes to round out the season? Be sure to let me know your thoughts in the comments below. As always, if you like today's video, go ahead and drop $1 on that Cash App for us, hit the like button, share it with your friends who are Power Ghost fans, and subscribe for more content such as this. This is Rudy P. Magic of Rudy P. Magic Beats, and have a blessed one until the next one. Peace, y'all.